Good morning, class. We've been learning about informative reports over the past few weeks. We've looked at the Great Barrier Reef text together. Can someone remind me what parts did we find in that report?
We found the general statement at the start, then description paragraphs about location, biodiversity, and conversation.
Great. And when we highlighted the text with different colours, what language features did we find?
I'm pretty sure we found the subject-specific vocabulary in red, the verb to be in present tense was in blue, comparative language was in green, and cause and effect phrases were in purple.
Perfect. So today we're going to write our own reports together about the giant squid. I've started our opening sentence, so let's have a look at the board. It says that the giant squid is the largest of all squid. And now we need to write paragraphs about the giant squid. So who remembers what a good paragraph needs?
I think it should focus on one specific feature and explain what it looks like and what it's used for.
Exactly. So today we are learning to write paragraphs together about the giant squid using subject-specific words and linking words. So we'll know that we're doing well if we use subject-specific words about the giant squid. We'll use past tense verbs like has, are, is, and we'll also use adjectives. Are you ready to help?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll write 2 paragraphs. First about how big the giant squid is, and then about its body parts like tentacles and eyes. I'll write what we come up with, so let's go. Okay, so our first paragraph is about size. What should we say about how big the giant squid is?
The giant squid is really big.
Good start, but really big sounds a little bit casual. So what's like a better describing word we could use?
Huge.
That's better. Or we could say tremendous size. That sounds more like a science report. So let's write, the giant squid can grow to a tremendous size. What verbs did I use?
Can grow. That's present tense?
Yeah. So the giant squid can grow to a tremendous size. Good. Now we just have to say exactly how big. So what measurements should we add?
Between 10 and 13 meters.
Perfect. Let's add that. Measuring between 10 and 13 meters. Should we also put it in feet?
Yes, that's 33 to 43 feet.
Yeah? Did you find that in the text?
Yeah.
Perfect. Our next paragraph is about the giant squid's body. So what body parts does it have?
It has tentacles.
Yes. But what else? How many arms? How many tentacles?
8 arms and 2 tentacles, like in the text.
Yeah. Okay, good. So, and it also has a body in the middle. So let's write, a giant squid has a torso, 8 arms, and 2 longer tentacles. What verb am I using?
Has? That's present tense.
Yeah. So now, what's special about the tentacles? What's on them?
They have suction cups?
Yes. So let's add that are lined with hundreds of suction cups. What science words are we using?
Suction cups. It's the proper name, and lined with sounds more formal than to just say it has.
Good. Now, what do the suction cups do?
They help catch food.
Close. Let's use the science word for food. These suction cups are lined with sharp rings that attach the squid to its prey. What word did I add?
Prey. I think that means the animals it hunts, and sharp rings, which is more detail.
Okay, so now let's read what I've written. So what we both have all written. A giant squid has a torso, 8 arms, and 2 longer tentacles that are lined with hundreds of suction cups. These suction cups are lined with sharp rings that attach the squid to its prey. Are we using present tense?
Yes, has, are lined, attached. I think they're all present tense.
Okay, perfect. So let's keep going with more body parts.
We've talked about tentacles, so what other body parts should we write about?
That they have beaks.
Yeah, what kind of beaks?
Hard beaks.
Perfect. Let's write, giant squids also have hard beaks that may be used when hunting. What linking words did I use?
Also, that connects to the sentence before about body parts.
Great. Now I'm going to write, giant squids also have hard beaks that may be used when hunting. So now, what about the eyes? What should we say?
That they have big eyes?
Big. It's okay, but large sounds a bit more formal, don't you think? And let's compare them to something. How about a giant squid's eyes can be as big as a basketball? That helps people imagine how big they really are.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, so let's write a giant squid's eyes can be as big as a basketball. Now, why do they have such big eyes? What do the eyes help them do?
See in the dark ocean?
Exactly. So let's write their large eyes help them to see in the dark waters of the ocean. What describing words did you see I used?
You use large for the eyes and then dark for the water.
Yeah, great. So let's write their large eyes help them to see in the dark waters of the ocean. So now let's read our body paragraph together. So it starts with, a giant squid has a torso, 8 arms, 2 long tentacles that are lined with hundreds of suction cups. These suction cups are lined with sharp rings that attach the squid to its prey. Giant squids also have hard beaks that may be used when hunting. A giant squid's eyes can also be as big as a basketball, which help them to see in the dark waters of the ocean. So what science words did you see we used?
So we use torso, tentacles, suction cups, prey, beak. They're all like proper subject science words.
Yeah.
And we use present tense like has, lined, attached, have, help. We also use describing words like longer, sharper, hard, large, and dark.
Fantastic. You've spotted all of our features we used. So now our last paragraph is going to be about what does the giant squid eat and what should we write?
Sperm whales eat them?
Yeah, that's true. Good. Is that the only animal that eats them?
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. Let's write the only predator of the giant squid is actually only the sperm whale, like we saw in the model text. So what science word did I use?
Predator. So that means an animal that hunts another animal.
Yeah. So I'm going to write the only predator of giant squid is the sperm whale, like you said, and identified. So how do scientists actually know that the sperm whales actually eat the giant squid?
So they must find like pieces of like the squid within the stomach.
Exactly. So let's write, remains of the giant squid have been found inside the stomachs of sperm whales. What verb form is that, do you think?
Have been found. That's still present tense.
Yeah. So let's write, remains of giant squid have been found inside the stomachs of sperm whale. Now, there's only one more part of the squid that doesn't get digested. And from the model text, what do you think it is?
Maybe the hard beaks because they're too hard.
Perfect. So let's add, particularly the hard beaks of the giant squid, which do not get broken down. What words are we using again from earlier?
Hard because we said the beaks were hard before.
Yes. So let's write, particularly the hard beaks of the giant squid, which do not get broken down. So there's only one more clue now. So what marks do scientists find on the whale, do you think?
Marks from the suction cups?
Yes. Sucker marks from the giant squid are often found on sperm whales. That connects back to the suction cups we talked about, and that's actually how they can make the connection.
So they fight off each other.
Okay, so let's finish with leading scientists to believe that vicious battles take place between 2 organisms. What's the scientific word do you think I used at the end?
Organisms. That's the science word for living things.
Yes. So let's write, leading scientists to believe that vicious battles take place between the 2 organisms. So now let's review. Let's read the predator paragraph. So it starts with, the only predator of the giant squid is the sperm whale. So remains of giant squids have been found inside the stomachs of sperm whales, particularly the hard beaks of the giant squids. And why do we know that? It's because they do not get broken down. So sucker marks from this giant squid are often also found on sperm whales, leading scientists to believe that vicious battles take place between the 2 organisms. So what do you think we did well in this?
We use present tense, so is, has been found, are found, take place. We use some subject-specific science words like predator, sperm whale, organisms, suction marks, sucker marks, sorry. We used a describing word, so vicious, and we gave proof, so like the remains and the marks on the whales.
Excellent work. So this paragraph has really good evidence to back up what we're saying, which is essential for an informative report. So good job everyone. Let's look at what we wrote together today. So we made paragraphs about the giant squid's size, the body parts, and what eats it.
Can we read the whole thing together?
Yes, let's read it together, okay? So let's start. So the giant squid is the largest of all squids. The giant squid can grow to a tremendous size, measuring between
10 and 13
Yes, good job. 10 and 13 what?
meters.
Meters, well done. So that accounts to 33 to 43 feet. So although some have claimed to have sighted larger squid, these claims have not been proven. So can you quickly describe in the next paragraph what features the giant squid has?
The giant squid has a torso, 8 arms, 2 longer tentacles that are lined with hundreds of suction cups.
Well done. So what do you think these suction cups are lined with?
Like sharp, like rings that attach to the squid, that attach the squid to its prey.
Yeah, it's good. So we'd write that as these suction cups are lined with sharp rings that attach to the squid so it can attach its prey. So giant squids also have hard beaks that may be used when hunting. A giant squid's eyes can be as big as...
A basketball?
Yeah, well done. Their large eyes help them to see in the dark waters of the ocean. So, the only predator of the giant squid is the...
Sperm whale.
Well done. Remains of giant squids have been found inside the stomachs of sperm whales, particularly the hard beaks of the giant squid. Why do you think they've been found in the stomach?
They've been found in the stomach because they don't get broken down.
Yes, well done. So sucker marks from the giant squid are often also found on sperm whales, leading scientists to believe that vicious battles take place between the two organisms. So what language features did we use well in this?
We use subject-specific science words like tentacles, suction cups, predators, and organisms. We also use present tense verbs all the way through. We use describing words like tremendous, larger, sharp, hard, and dark, and we gave numbers like statistics and proof.
Well done, fantastic. And remember, we worked together, we shared ideas to make it better and built the sentences together. That's what makes joint construction work. So now I'm going to leave you off and next lesson you're going to write your own informative report. Well done.
Thank you.